to Homeschool Art. I am your virtual art teacher, Bitmoji Quinn. Let's continue our artistic journey with an artist whose name begins with the letter K. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more of our videos, please hit subscribe. Remember, artists are great observers. We observe everything around us so that we can become better artists. Since you are an artist, that means you're a great observer too. Let's begin. The artist we'll be learning about is Frida Kahlo. But who in the world is Frida Kahlo? Introducing Frida Kahlo. Ooh la la, Frida. I'm loving that flower hat. I want one too. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to say, I can review the words surrealism and portrait. I can understand what a self-portrait is. I can identify the symbolism in painting. Wow, there's a lot to be said about Frida Kahlo. You may as well have a seat for this one. Frida Kahlo was born in Mexico, just south of Mexico City, in La Casa Azul, which is now a museum. She grew up in the house with her parents and 6 sisters. At age 6, Frida caught a disease called polio, which damaged her right leg. When she was 18, she was in a terrible car accident that broke her spinal cord, collarbone, ribs, pelvic bone, leg, foot, and shoulder. An iron rail pierced her torso, and through the terrible injury, she was never able to have children of her own. She was in an enormous amount of constant pain and had to be in a body cast for 3 months. Even after the cast was removed on and off for the rest of her life, Frida would spend months at a time lying in bed in La Casa Azul or in the hospital. During this time in bed, she painted what she felt and saw. She admired Mexican artist Diego Rivera and approached him about her art. They ended up getting married and both continued to be very successful artists. In many of Frida's paintings, you will find her pain and despair. She made paintings that express how she was feeling. She is known for her surreal, expressive self-portraits, full of symbolism. Describe what you see in this self-portrait created by Frida Kahlo. Did you say you noticed a surrealistic self-portrait with lots of symbols?
Yes!
Wait a minute. What do you mean by surrealistic, self-portrait, and symbols? Time for a deep dive. Let's think back to artist Joan Miro. He used a surrealistic style too. Remember this explanation? This applies here too. Surrealistic art is a type of art when the subject matter looks real but is created in a way that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Artists who are considered surrealist artists usually create about their dreams or random thoughts that one could not see in real life. We can also go back to artist Giuseppe Arcimboldo, who helped us understand what a portrait is. A portrait is a pictorial representation of a person, usually showing the face. I think it's safe to say a portrait is a picture of someone's face. Many artists love to make portraits of faces and people, but there are no rules for how an artist can make a portrait. A portrait can look like a real-life person, or it can look like a make-believe person. So it's only logical that a self-portrait would be a picture about yourself. Something we haven't already learned is symbols in art. So what are symbols? Well, symbols are images that represent a larger idea. A few popular symbols are like a light bulb is a symbol of having an idea. A handshake is a symbol of friendship and working together. A skull and bones is a symbol of death. A dove is a symbol of peace. And of course, a heart is a symbol of love. Let's take another look. Is this a self-portrait? Do you notice anything surreal? Do you see any symbols? If you said this is a surrealistic self-portrait because it contains a picture of herself as the head of the deer, great observing! Yes! And if you are noticing that her body is a wounded deer being pierced with the arrows as a symbol of agony and pain, sadly, you are right. This entire painting represents how she was feeling while injured in bed. Painful. Describe what is surreal or symbolic in this self-portrait. I am sure you noticed the gloomy background surrounding of purple sky and large leaves, the strange hand earring, and the thorn necklace. More symbols of pain and unhappiness. Ouch. Here is a self-portrait that is not so sad. Frida Kahlo had some good days too. She loved animals and nature and often surrounded herself with them when she felt happy. You also may have noticed her eyebrows. Frida's self-portraits are mostly painted with the continuous eyebrow. Her eyebrows are more popular than her paintings because they have become a signature element of her work. What do you think her mood is in this painting? Anything surreal? Any symbols? If you notice, she's surrounded by parrots, which most likely symbolizes that she is in a good mood, not in a lot of pain. Her eyebrows are painted in the way she saw herself. Does this painting express something different from the others that we've just looked at? Yes or no, and why? In this painting, we see Frida with her husband Diego Rivera. He was also an artist. We can tell because of the painting tools he is holding in his hand. She is standing proudly beside him in a red shawl. There is a beautiful bird flying over them with a message of love. We celebrate Frida Kahlo because she is an artist who has shown perseverance despite all of her hardships and pain. I have never lost my spirit. I always spend my time painting. She is an inspiration to us all. Okay guys, time to decide. Do you like or not like the artwork of Frida Kahlo? In the end, it is up to you. Your opinion counts too. Let's make art! Your task is to create a self-portrait using Frida Kahlo's technique. Yes! A good way to get started on this project is to observe your face in a mirror. Try to draw your face the best you can. Add all facial details like eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and hair. And then, don't forget to be expressive. Add all the things that make you happy, or, of course, the things that make you sad. Either way, it's an expression of how you feel. Still feeling a little confused? Let's look at some examples and helpers. And don't forget, you can pause the video and go back if you need to. Here's a great chart to look at that shows the proportions of a face. You can create guidelines that can help you put your eyes, nose, and mouth in the perfect position. Here's a chart that helps you see how easy it is to create different facial expressions. You can make multiple portraits with different expressions on your face. Here is a wonderful example of a self-portrait with lots of symbolism that I found on Pinterest. Don't forget to add all the wonderful things that would represent a bigger picture in your self-portrait. Good luck with your surreal self-portrait with lots of symbols. If you would like to share your artwork with Bitmoji Quinn and be featured in Homeschool Art's virtual art exhibitions, take a picture of your work and submit it to homeschoolart9@gmail.com. If you liked our video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of our videos, please hit subscribe. We will see you soon for the next homeschool art lesson. Bye!